Yeah, the car's going pretty good. I like the way it feels. We got some speed, so that's good. We're, battling a couple issues after the first practice. We've been trying to get those sorted out since. But the next round here, when they call us, we should be going out. So we'll see if those issues are resolved and if we picked up any more speed.
It felt pretty good first round. Unfortunately, we had a brake issue start showing up a little bit, which kind of dampened a little bit out of my learning out of it. But the balance feels there. We all know next week is going to be totally different conditions with the more cars. It should be a little bit nicer weather than today. I think the base is there to see what we got.
Today's been a pretty learning kind of day. Car's a little off pace. We got to speed it up a little bit. Got some homework to do. Definitely going to turn it up a little bit.
It's not bent, so we're pretty happy about that. It was a little cold out there, so the car was a little loose. But I think we have some speed in it, and we're pretty excited to work on it this week and hopefully be ready for the Sizzler.
Well, we've been fighting a lot of gremlins with this car. I bought it over the winter from Pat Grady and just trying to make it my own and figure out what it wants. And then never seeing this place before today and never stepping foot on the racetrack. It's been challenging, made a couple mistakes today, but I guess that's the only way you can really figure out what to do. Very fun place, much bigger challenge, and a lot of stiff competition out here. I'm looking forward to it.
Car was pretty good. We had a track rental session on the 7th. We kind of just tested it a little bit, make sure everything was working good, and then made some adjustments for it today. And I think it's pretty good. It handles good. I feel confident and comfortable with it now, so I'm looking forward to next week.
Car fired off in the first practice. Everybody said it was real slick. Went out there, and it was true to what everybody said. Just needed to get some rubber in the track. Second practice was much better. There was a lot of rubber in the track. We were able to turn some good times, turn to 5, which is very good for the way the track is. First day of racing on it. So we're excited for next weekend. We feel like we've got a good car underneath us and something we can build on and go out there and win the Sizzler.
Today has gone pretty well. We haven't had any major breaks yet, any major catastrophes, so that's always good. Just hopped out of the 59 here, took it out for a shakedown run, and again, nothing fell off, nothing flew in the wind, so that was pretty solid. A little loose coming off, but we'll play with it a little bit. But just a warm-up day. Took the 18 out earlier after we had to do the rear clip on that, and that thing held together super well. I think if Scott can figure that thing out, it'll be pretty quick. And Jay here in the 95, he was all over me in the first practice, and made me look like an idiot. But what else is new?
The 22 is locked up. It's got good speed. It's really handling well. I'm pretty happy with the 22. I was going to put it away. Decided I'd jump in the 10 car because we got a new driver in the 10 car. And I'm very happy with the 10 car as well. So look for good things to come next Saturday. As long as the weather lets us race next Saturday, we should be in good shape.
Track's a little green. It was pretty loose the first few practices, but we got it dialed in for the most part. It's fast. I like it, but it's not fast enough. We're sitting, I want to say, top 4 consistently for right now, but it needs to get faster. Always needs to get faster. I'm losing it center up off. It's a little tight center, and then I get it loose up off. But besides that, it's pretty smooth, and I'm loving the car.
It's gone pretty well. We had a little scare there in the first practice. Went to the outside of a car, and I don't know if something broke on their car, but we went into turn 3 and 4. But luckily, I was able to hit the brakes and avoid going in the wall with the other car. So got some battle wounds, but she's still in one piece.
Car was real fast. I could rotate to center real good. Went in real good. Got off the corner. Pretty good. We probably get a little bit looser off, get it to rotate a little bit more, but we were also on last year's tires, so car felt pretty good for that.
The first practice, the steering rack broke a couple of laps in, so put the old one from last year back in, and we were pretty quick after that. So it was tight the second practice, and then it was really free that time. So I don't know if we're going out again, but good to see that the car is just as fast as it was last year.
It's pretty good today, so we threw on some old tires for the first 2 rounds, so we didn't take much away from that, but once we were able to put on some newer stuff, we learned a little bit, and everything's stable. We're feeling good about it, and actually try a little something and see what it does. So I'm happy with it, and I'm excited for the rest of the season to get going.
The car was performing pretty well today. Per usual, there's pretty good grip on the racetrack like there always is in the beginning of the season. Probably a little bit on the tighter end of things once we went back out for the second round of practice, but overall the car was pretty good.
The car was pretty good during practice. The first practice, the track was still green. I think we got a good piece going in the Spring Sizzler next week. Like an old pair of shoes, a little bit loose, but that's, the track getting rubber, and, we're on last year's tires for practice, so it's kind of a curveball until next week, but I'm very confident.
The car was pretty good. I was happy with it. I think we'll make a couple changes for next week to make it better. I think just the track conditions today, it's a little tough with my setup, so we got to change that around this week.
Everything's working on the car. Nothing's leaking, nothing's smoking, the brakes work, that's what we're here for today. Basically, is just to shake it down, and it's hard to tell, judge anything off the track today, but I can tell we're going to have a really good race car because we can run the same lap. We'll run the same lap time for 30 laps, which is what you want.
We had some problems the first couple practices. The car didn't really want to run, but it's a long winter. Stuff goes bad. Maybe had some bad stuff at the end of the year. That's why you come out here first weekend and shake your gremlins out before you show up for the Sizzler.
It was good. The car is brand new to me, so I'm learning a lot about it. In the first practice, just went out and made sure that nothing fell off the car, and then the second practice, interestingly, the breather fell off the rear end, so there was gear oil everywhere, and I thought that the rear end blew up. And then went out again, just trying to learn the car and make some adjustments. Last year at the last race, Ryan's car was really good, so I know what we have to do. We just have to put it together and do it, so very exciting.
It was great right out of the box. We come here to this practice to shake it down and get a baseline for next week. Obviously, that's where everybody needs to be the best at. But I'm real happy the way the car is, and we'll come back next week and give it everything it's got.
SK, we kind of just came back where we left off. Obviously, with all new components, we got new brakes and all new lines, and just pretty much went and shook down the car pretty good. Just wanted to make sure we repeat, and it's really good. As far as the open car goes, we're just trying to fix a couple of the bugs. We had a couple of problems today, kind of fighting a tire situation right now. We don't really have a good match set to really get a good balance on the car, but I really think we got something good for the SK. It's just the open car, we had a little bit of work to do.
This thing right out of the box is pretty good. Had some pretty good speed, went second fastest to Marcello. Can't really ask much more than that. These guys did a great job over the winter, and pretty excited to team up with these guys.
Well, we only went out one time, did about 5 laps, just basically seed the brakes, make sure we have no leaks on this car. This is a brand new car that Ryan Fisher, my sponsor, Primary Service Group, and I put together with my team here. Rob Ormsby, my crew chief, did a little bit of nut and bolt, and then we're going to go back out for the final round, see if we can get some more speed out of it.
I can't complain. Both cars have been great. This car has been great out of the box. The Anderson car has been great out of the box. We come here prepared as much as we can, and we're just here to learn something, I guess. We got a big stacked field next week, and we're going to do the best we can to make it.
The car is really good. Like I said earlier, jokingly, but seriously, the car is a whole lot faster than I am right now. It takes a while to get back, get your rhythm back, and you think about it. The last time I ran here, we were in the 19s basically, and now I'm a half a second quicker. So you got to catch up with the car and catch up with your reflexes and stuff. But I think we're going to be pretty good.